Welcome to Outside the Box, where we take what's fresh and seasonal and show you how to prepare it in your kitchen. So it's my absolute favorite time of year, pumpkin season. As a kid, my dad would take my sister and I to the pumpkin patch to pick out pumpkins to carve, and he would always be in search of good pumpkins that we could cook up and turn into delicious homemade pumpkin pie, which is my absolute favorite dessert in the world. So we're gonna make pumpkin pie milkshakes that taste just like pumpkin pie, but with a lot less work and take a lot less time with these delicious and really sweet sugar pie pumpkins. So first you wanna cut the pumpkin in half and remove the stem, and then scoop out all of the seeds. Then you wanna take out a baking sheet and put some oil on it and spread it around with a paper towel so it's nice and thin layer. Place the pumpkin halves face down on the baking sheet. The pumpkins will need to bake at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 45 minutes to an hour. I like to take a fork and check in multiple spots on each half to make sure that the entire pumpkin is nice and soft. Once that pumpkin is nice and cool, scoop out all that yummy pumpkin inside and put it into a food processor. It'll take a few minutes in the food processor for it to blend up and be a nice smooth puree. So I like to freeze the pumpkin puree because it makes the milkshakes a nice thick consistency. So I put the pumpkin puree in ice trays. It stores perfect in the freezer because I like to pop them out of the ice tray once they're frozen, and I stick them into a big bag, so I just have a big old Ziploc full of frozen pumpkin puree ice cubes that I can use at any time. So for my milkshake, I like to put in a little bit of vanilla ice cream, and then I like to do a ton of pumpkin puree ice cubes because I like it extra pumpkin-y. Then I add in whole milk just to cover up all of the ingredients I've put in so far. I like to add a good amount of maple syrup because it gives it a really yummy flavor and it sweetens it up. I like to sprinkle a lot of cinnamon in it. I do a couple big pinches of ginger and nutmeg. Now that all the ingredients are in, it's time to blend it up to make that yummy pumpkin pie milkshake. So with it being Halloween season, I know most of you probably think about pumpkins as something you go pick and carve at home, but they really are such a great item to cook up and eat and put in any meal that you just love that has pumpkins. And for me, that's pumpkin pie. I hope you love these pumpkin pie milkshakes just as much as I do. They're the perfect treat to have at your Halloween party. Let us know what you thought about our recipe by commenting on our Facebook or Instagram. I can't wait to see you next time.